Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose mans is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Makk, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Hey, yo, ladies and gents, let me work on this feedback here. Hey,
before we even get into anything, hold on. Before we even get into anything, that's a hell of a fucking video.
Oh, you
I like the new. I like the new. I like it.
I mean, I figured, a little revamp, refresh, little bit thing. We got the new DFPN intro. I figured we just spice this up. Keep the song because the song is a banger. But just throw some clips in there, keep you know what I'm saying? I'm trying.
I like it.
You know what? One day I'll be good enough and motherfuckers be paying me to do their shit. But until then, we just gonna stick with
Job
Cam.
well done, sir. Job well done.
Through for you, boy. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, I bet y'all didn't know this. This is episode 90 of the Smoke Pit podcast with your boy Mac and Black. We here doing the thing on a Friday night, and we got a great show for you tonight. We got an awesome guest that's about to come through and bless us with some amazing information. A crazy experience. You probably seen in the description. You know who we bringing on here. So we just waiting for him to come through and let us know he's good to go. But until then, let's talk about the things we got to talk about. First of all, welcome to the live stream of the Smoke Pit. If you're watching live, make sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. So all your peoples can get in on the conversation and some entertainment. If you're listening to the audio version of this, wherever you're listening to it at, Spotify, Apple, Google, Audible, Amazon, wherever, iTunes, you can do the same over there. Just like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is. And if you're listening and you like it, go ahead and rate us a 5 on whatever streaming service you're listening to us on. All right. As always, you can subscribe to the Bandcamp, the music side of that feeling. New music coming out weekly. Music that's not available everywhere else. So make sure you hit us up. Low as $3 a month. You can get in there and listen to some pretty good music. I know already this year we got 2 pretty solid albums in there with Normalized Growth 2, Search for Zen, and Jackie's Son by Conscious Rhymes. Those are in there as well. So make sure you check those out. Those $3 a month, you can get in there and listen to all exclusive stuff. Again, that's www.datfeelin.bandcamp.com. We got the Patreon going on. I don't know if you guys know for the current patrons, but when you're in there, we got a little something cooking in there. An original comic created by my man Black Mac. I ain't trying to give too much away, but if you join the Patreon, you can get exclusive access to the behind the scenes stuff and the creation of this. Lowest $3 a month to get in the door. And we're working with some tiers so that price can go down, but just stop by the Patreon, look at what's on there. And if it's something that interests you, you can sign up. You can always change what tier you are in later. So if you sign up for the 3 and a lower tier comes up and it's more of what you're looking for, feel free to do that. But, the address, look on the screen. It's there. If you're listening, it's in the description, but I'll just say it, www.patreon.com/thatfeelingpodcast. Help us out over there. And then, of course, we got the merch over on Spring. Make sure you go to spring.com, type in That Feeling Podcast Network. You'll see all the merch we got for all the episodes and all the shows we got going on henceforth and all that stuff. Shout out to everybody who has copped the merch. And then shout out to everybody who is about to cop merch. You know what I'm talking about? So appreciate it. Thank you for all the support we've been getting over the last 2 years and change.
2+.
So appreciate you guys. Now, while we wait for our guests, It's time for some banter. And here where I'm at, the flu shots are flowing. But there's a lot of non-military people here, so they're not required to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 3 o'clock, and I'm just like, you know what? Let me go ahead, head over to this flu shot pod, get my shit, and go ahead and get this this COVID booster while I'm over there. You know, so I ain't coming back. I'm getting my shots. I'm going home. The non-military people. I forget people like this are still out there, right? You know, you don't have to get that shot, right? Oh my fucking god, dude! Like,
here we go. They're putting it in the flu shots now, man. You never know,
sir. I don't know where you have been, but numerous people wearing the clothes that I was wearing today have tried to not get this shot. Numerous people who were wearing the clothes I was wearing, who opted to not get that shot, got served with some paper saying get the shot or get out. Numerous people who are wearing the uniform I'm wearing, who didn't want to get the shot, then went and got the shot because they want that check. So I do have to get the shot. He was like, no, the booster. You don't have to get the booster. I'm like, bro, I already got the
might as well, bro.
I already got the 2-shot introduction. Then I got the third booster or the booster. Bro, I already got Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. You know, I need to go ahead and get my you know what I'm saying?
Might as well.
Let me go ahead and get the fourth one, man. Just let me do what I want with my body.
Hey man, listen. 6 shots of anthrax. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. I'm good.
Bro, it's just wild that I'm not saying they have to get it. I'm just saying I'm gonna go get these shots. You know, you don't have to get that. Like a 20-year master sergeant. You don't think that I know what the fuck I'm supposed to get and what not supposed to get, bro? Like I just should have. What? Tell me more. Guy who retired in 2015. You don't say.
No shit. Oh well.
Ass.
Thank you.
Thank
you for warning me, sir.
Live my life, bro. Also, while we're on the subject of banter, I realize I miss living off base, and here's why.
Oh, this should be a good one.
The amount of children in base housing is it's alarming. Which is cool because Halloween was lit. You know, trick or treating. I mean, it's everybody got things going on. There's not a house that's not throwing candy at these kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good time out there. However, throughout the day, like I'm just trying to drive back to my house, coming back from work, and these kids are just like legit in the middle of the street, sitting down and playing.
Yep.
Sitting down and playing in the street. And you know, so I'm creeping up, you know, I'm waiting. They turn and look at my car. And then like they get up and then they move like 3 feet over, still on the street to allow me to go by. Like they sat down and was like, you can come through. I'm just like, nah, man. Like so I rolled the window down. I'm like, can y'all just move out the street and then let me get by? Because I feel a whole lot safer if you guys weren't in the street. And then kind of little 7, 8-year-olds or whatnot. Oh my god, bro! Like, what is
this
going
old
on,
motherfucker, man?
Like, what is
it
with the street? Like,
time,
like,
man.
What did y'all find on the street to where y'all like? There's grass, there's yards, there's parks.
Yeah.
The middle
asphalt,
the middle of the street,
concrete.
Yes,
we need it where it's in our lives. Yep.
The streets are me, and I am the streets. Finna be in the streets, 100%.
It's me.
I can hear the
Yes.
streets calling. I can hear the streets calling. Was that Future? Oh
Yo,
man.
while we're
But
on the subject of Banner, you
okay.
introduced me to the soundtrack today. And
Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, I've been waiting for the show to tell you, fuck you, because I was at my desk, bro, like emotional as fuck today. I was at this bitch like, like I had to go outside, bro. I had to go outside,
bro. It's the man. The first handful of songs, you just like, bro. Like I already know the somber tone. The first, it's. I have never been so emotionally attached to a movie that I have not seen in my life. Oh, bro, that 1-2 combo, song 3 and 4,
bro. Oh,
The Alone by Burner Boy, and then the No Woman No Cry by Teams.
Then follow that with Tim's, bro.
I'm
in a meeting. Like I gotta listen.
My breathing got heavy, bro. A couple of those, they was like, "Oh man, you feeling good over there?" I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know, some allergies. This motherfucker. Yeah.
Folded him.
Hell bro. Yeah, bro.
The fact that what other movie, what other show, what other franchise, let me just say that, will figure out a way to honor the person who played a character. Like normally it'd be recast easy. Like you remember Spartacus that was on Stars?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, when it had cancer, the first that was playing passed away. Next thing you know, this new dude in there, I'm just like, well, goddamn, like we just can't be like this a new dude, like, oh, you him?
You're right.
They didn't even they already knew when Chadwick passed away, rest in peace. They were like, hey, ain't no recasting going on over here, because they knew how important that role was. They knew how big that role was, how impactful that role was. And then in order to make this happen, to honor him, bro, if that funeral scene, like if that trailer is hinting at a funeral scene in the first part of the movie, son.
I told my wife, I was like, listen, I am going to openly bawl in this movie theater. I can feel it coming. Like I know it. Like I'm gonna need emotional support going to this fucking movie. Cause I know it's coming. Like from the soundtrack alone, I feel it in my soul. Bro, I'm about to be crying in here.
Oh my God. It was
like crying. I just bring the tissues.
A frame of Angela Bassett watching them bury T'Challa.
Oh, bro.
And she has
we
tears.
All at a funeral. Yo, we all at a funeral.
Yes.
We all at a funeral.
Bro, when we leave the theater, we leave it in a funeral procession. We're going to need a cop to escort us, hazard lights on, as we drive single file back to our homes. Because this is about to be... God. I ain't saying I'm going to cry.
I'm telling you, I'm going to cry.
If I was a meteorologist, there is a 90% chance of precipitation from my eyes. And this is just me thinking about what the movie is going to be like based on the music I'm listening to. Bonus points to this, because some people been hitting me up. Bro, I don't know about this. This ain't the same. This ain't hitting like the first one. Now, the first one, everything was popping. Everything was, we had a new dude. Chadwick was good to go. Everything. This is like, bam, kicking the fucking door. We here. You had K. Dot, TDE running this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a fucking party.
Yes.
Chadwick is passed. The whole mood of this movie. Now, I'm sure there'll be action scenes, obviously, high action, high energy parts of the movie.
All positive.
Everybody knows what this. We can't get in there with no la-di-da-di-da, slub on me. Like, we can't be having that on this soundtrack.
No, not this year. We need class. We need,
bro.
We
and
need,
I kind of know, like, I'm like, y'all saw the track listing and the artists on here. What gave you the what gave you the thoughts that this was going to be like the first one?
Right.
The first one had like 2 Chainz on it, Kendrick, SZA.
Oh, it was lit.
The Weeknd.
It was lit.
Bro, everybody was on that one. So you knew that was the soundtrack to get. This one, people are, who? I don't know who that is.
It don't fucking matter.
I just want to tell people, bro. One person hit me with that. I just sent him that gif of Kev on stage yelling, "It's for black people anyway." You ain't supposed to understand it. This is for me.
But because what they did with the soundtrack, I actually love what they did with it. They blended a lot of different cultures, like the Latino, and there's a little bit of indigenous in there. There's hip hop. There's Afro soul. There's a whole bunch of everything in this soundtrack, and I dig it. Like, it's not like the first one. The first one is just all like, it's strictly that shit's for black people, but this shit's for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's for everybody.
Bro, I did like that how it had both African and Latin American influences on it.
Mm-hmm.
Some songs in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, it's telling the tale of 2 sides, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And oh my God, I can't wait to see this movie. So so the fit came in, the prime the try or whatnot. And the shirt was too, like, I got a large because based on what the measurements and all that shit was saying.
Yeah, I did the same shit.
I was like, all right, fuck it. And that shit and I couldn't even get it over my shoulders, bro. Like like I put the sleeves on first, and I'm just like, ooh, the sleeves look like they're the right length. And I put the thing over, and like it got about here, and I was like, oh shit. Oh,
oh shit. Me too. Me too.
Hey, Amazon, I need that XL, bro. Said that shit back. Exchange.
Me too. Nah, but this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work.
I knew I should have got the extra large too, man. And fuck the memeasurement charts, bro. If you know you a bigger dude, just be like, man, I ain't fucking.
Yeah, them shits ain't in American. I don't know who y'all think is fucking XL with this shit. I got the same shit. I was like, bro, what? I was pissed too because I actually liked the outfit. I was like, ooh, this bitch about to be fire. No, it don't.
The largest one in the white and gold is extra large. So I'm just like, if extra large ain't working, like, I'm gonna have to find another design or something real quick. Like, I can hit up that mall real quick. They got the African store at the mall. You know what I'm saying? I hit that shit up and be like, but I already ordered the shoes and shit, bro. Like,
I know. So yeah, I got the shoes first.
The fit has to work.
First. The shoes fucked up everything because I was like, I could find another color, but the shoes was white. So I'm like, I'm kind of stuck here. So I found another design, but that one's I actually like this one. The one I got better than the original.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm about to kill him. I'm about to be out here. The street of the Black Panther. will now be stripped away. I'm about to walk out that bitch clean.
I can't wait, man. I'm hoping, based on the, when you get the tickets on the app, it shows you what seats are available and stuff. That motherfucker is filling up fast. The IMAX,
Yeah.
bro, that shit is.
Oh yeah.
I almost fucked around and got standard def. I was like, I ain't gonna do that to myself. Let me go sit in this IMAX. I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell? Like, as I was doing it, like I was just like,
what are you doing to yourself?
Who am I? Who am I right now? Remember who you are. Right,
nope.
Middle of the theater. T'Challa. T'Challa.
High def.
Oh, man.
IMAX.
What Jen say? Careful, it's not another Itaewon. What's that mean?
Some Korea.
Well, I know it's in Korea. I'm just like, what happened in Itaewon? Like, I don't know if it's a Ibambe. I see you, nigga. Well, Brian say Fandango was tripping. They kept saying can't process sale.
Shit, you
I go straight
call
to the
Fandango.
AMC.
Mm-hmm.
I went straight to AMC app. Give me my tickets, bro. I don't do that third party shit, man. They fuck around and be like, I don't know, man. The connection between us and the theater, something happened. But here's your money back. Like, bitch, people watching this movie right now.
Yeah. I'm missing out.
You said you go on Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'm going on Thursday.
Oh, because you got Friday off, huh? You got that next Friday off, huh?
Yeah.
You smart as fuck. I know Saturday Night Nerds doing a what?
I took Thursday off. Listen, man, I need all the time.
Oh.
I need all the time. I need all of it. I need to wake up. I need to be refreshed that day. Like I need to give me a good little sleep. Cause I know I'm finna wild the fuck out. I'm finna wild out. I'm finna cry. I'm about to find the Mexicans. Me and the Mexicans gonna be having a good time. Cause it's Black and Latino. Like we about to be in there deep.
Mm-hmm. I better see some outfits too. Cause if people in Panama City was showing out, I know people here in Hampton, Virginia better show the fuck out.
All the way.
But the guest of honor is waiting backstage. So let us go ahead, bring him out. If you're in the Smoke Pit fan group, you know him as Nick Smith. Everywhere else across social media, you know him as Converse Ninja. Let's go ahead and bring him in because he has had the privilege, I don't even know if there's a word higher than that.
The honor, the esteemed honor.
Red carpet premiere of this fantastic movie that I haven't even seen yet, and I'm already calling it fantastic. But ladies and gentlemen, here's my man Nick, aka Converse Ninja.
What's good?
What up, though, man?
What's up, man?
Not much. Thank you for having me out, guys.
Hey, man, welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's a pleasure to have you on, man. Pleasure.
You know, we need the deets, my guy.
Yeah.
First and foremost, how?
That was my first question too.
How? Cosplay community. I have friends, and a lot of them get invited to the premieres because of the cosplays they do. And one of them, out of nowhere, like just before the premiere, probably the week before, was like, so you still got your Black Panther cosplay? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, well, I have a +1 for the premiere, and send me some pictures of your Black Panther so I can send it to them to see if we can get you there. And so after, I started breathing again,
Yeah.
I went and I went and found like the most studio photos I could find of my cosplay, and sent him in. And 2 days later, he got back to me and was like, "We're in." He's like, so Tuesday night we drove out. Like I would say by 12 we were in line the next day, and it's crazy the way they set it up. Like both sides of the street are blocked off by black curtains, and we're waiting in line. Yeah, and so I mean it's the middle of the street, so you can't see it, but everything else is going on as normal. It's Hollywood, people are going to the stores, but you see like cosplayers start lining up, and like people are stopping because you got like Namor, you got like comic book version, you got MCU version. I mean, people showed out, and
Wow.
they went through the list, and the first 30 people whose costumes they liked, they pulled in, and I got to be one of them. I didn't get to be one of the 12 that got to take pictures in front of the main premiere signs right before and displayed on Marvel, but I was, because of where they put us, I was in most of the shots for the fan area during the purple carpet for it that aired. It's still on YouTube, and I think it's also on Marvel's site, so you can see me popping up looking stupid.
No, bro, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Holy shit. That's damn. That's
Yeah.
That makes me wish I cosplayed now.
It's never too late.
If you don't mind, I got your pictures from that. I want to bring them up, and as we click through, I want you to tell us the feeling you had in each of these pictures. Because as you were posting them that night, myself and like hundreds, like I want to say 100, but everybody who has seen those pictures was probably in the comments, like trying to live vicariously through you. Because
I know I was. I was like, man, how did you pull this off, bro? Like,
look, that was what I was thinking the whole time I was there.
You were giving small hints. You were giving small hints leading up to it. Something big is coming, and you had the picture with you and the black. Your fiance was also teasing some stuff, and I'm just like, man, that'd be crazy if he is at the premiere, And then you start posting these pictures. I'm like, he's at the goddamn premiere.
They didn't tell me I couldn't say anything, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to keep it a surprise because I'm gonna freak out if I tell everyone too early.
Now that's my question. How did you not, like, how much willpower did it take to not tell everybody, like, I'm going to the freaking Black Panther Wakanda Forever premiere?
I mean, it was hard, but I think I was so busy trying to fix up and make sure that things on my costume were good before I left that like that kind of distracted me. But every day I was like, I could post it. No, I'm gonna hold off because since the pandemic, my Instagram, I haven't been using it too much on the photo post. And I was like, all right, well, this is a great time to get back on my social media, and it's a big deal because I know we were talking about it before I even knew I was going to the premiere. I was like, oh man, it's about to drop. I know Mac was talking about, I got my outfit ready.
Now, you've already seen it. I'm assuming you're going to see it on general release too, right?
Oh yeah, I'll be seeing it the Thursday it drops that night.
And you and the comic hair guys, and we'll talk about that. What is it? But you guys all dressing up, showing out for it?
Now I don't know if the group. So usually, we'll do premieres if Harkins invites us. We have a guy in the group who is kind of tied in with them. Like when Black Panther came out, I did. I went to 5 different Harkins over that weekend, and posed with people in front of the Black Panther signboards. I watched it every night that I was at a theater. So I watched it 5 times the first weekend when it dropped. We also did Avengers Endgame, all those. So this might be the first one where I'm only going for the movie because Kevin Feige and Kevin Feige and now I'm starting to forget names. I'm just the whole thing is like all of a sudden all that emotion came back. Ryan Coogler. So Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige, they signed my Black Panther helmet that I use for my cosplay. So I'm like, well, I got to retire that till I buy a new helmet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't, bro.
Yeah.
This
I'm never wearing it again.
It's in a glass case right back there.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the display case that
Yeah.
man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Have my press pass, all that good stuff.
That's awesome.
That's dope. I can't, man. I'm like super happy, and shit ain't even happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right?
I just look at it's so cool, man. So this picture here, who we got here? Because I know some very well known cosplayers were there, and I fanboyed out in one of them when I was like, "Is that who that is?" But so talk to us about this one here.
So that right there is Amazing T Cosplay. He's a cosplayer out of California, I think LA area. So he's gone to quite a few of the premieres. I first met him at WonderCon 2019. Really good guy. Like, basically, we cosplay a lot of the same stuff. We met because at WonderCon, I went as T'Chaka. I had made a costume for that. So I had his Black Panther outfit, and we ended up doing a photo shoot. And now we just run into each other everywhere.
That's dope. This one.
And that right there is me, and y'all all know General Okoye and also Mitchie off of Walking Dead.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me, I almost missed out on having that picture because it took me a minute to find my tongue. Like
I get it.
On top of just being an amazing actress, I mean, she's fine.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hold up. And I was like, can I? I felt like I was in junior high again. I was like, could I get a picture? She's like, of course. Selfie.
Why to pull
Bro,
that phone
just
out so
that
fast?
that approachable, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like most of the stars that walked through were just really excited about the energy and like were real quick to sign things or take photos. It was amazing. Like I expect, you think Hollywood, you just expect people to walk by and not really say anything. I'm here to talk to the press, take some photos, go on the move. No, a lot of them stopped and just really like talked and took photos with us. It was crazy.
Cool, man. Did you get a chance to ask anybody like the movie before they actually saw it? Like, did you get that opportunity to be like, so what do you think of the movie and your work in the movie or stuff like that?
I want to pretend like I had questions in my head to like ask people, but to tell you the truth, I was too busy going, and pulling out my phone. And my Black Panther costume is not really touchscreen friendly, so I'm panicking like, hold on, give me a minute. Let me pull up this. And I mean, the way they set up the whole thing is like this carpet isn't leading into the theater. They walk in kind of a U pattern. So they talk to the press, they walk through past us, go around, and then they end up on the middle stage where they were talking to the host for the premiere. So they kind of have to parade them through so that they can go talk to the press and not get too backed up. But I mean, a lot of them, especially Namor himself, Tenoch, he took the time. They were trying to push him to go forward. He took a photo with everybody, signed everybody's stuff who handed him things. He was as excited to be there as we were.
That makes me like him on screen now.
And he was a dope Namor. And there's me with Shang-Chi himself, Simu Liu. Was not expecting to see him there, but I mean, it is a Marvel film, but he was really cool. Like, I was like, hey, can I get a photo? He's like, yeah. And then I'm like trying to get the helmet in the photo. He was cool about it.
Oh, man. Yeah, he seems pretty cool. I follow him on his social media. He seems pretty laid back. Probably just very humbled that he had the opportunity to portray Shang-Chi and moving forward and stuff. So
he's usually like that from interviews I've seen, but also one of the things I noticed when Shang-Chi first dropped, he made it a point to thank Chadwick Boseman for being the reason he got to do a movie. He's like, if your movie hadn't been the front runner to to get everybody, all non-whites and other people in the forefront for Marvel movies, this wouldn't be happening. So
That's
he
dope.
had an
man.
instant fan right there.
Yeah.
And that is Alex, I want to say is Lavelia. He plays Atuma, Namor's general, and really nice guy. Like, he stopped, took photos. We even got, I think I posted it way later, but we even got like a candid selfie where he's making faces with us. And
Oh, yeah?
he was just excited to be there. Like I feel like all the new characters to the film, all the actors were just like so excited to be on the red carpet. I mean, like, just so friendly.
Amazing.
Yeah, he seems stoked about it. Here
And
it
he is a
goes.
badass in film. And there is the man who's behind it all, the robot known as Kevin. And I really expected him to be like in a hurry and like, hey, nice to meet you. No, stopped. I mean, he even took a minute to like, I asked him to sign my helmet. And then I asked him, like, most of the time they told us like either ask for a selfie, ask for a signature. I asked for the helmet signing, and then my friend next to me, Mike, who is there as one of the comic book Namor, was like, hey, can we get a selfie? And I was like, I can get one of those too. And he's like, yeah, come on. I mean, you know, that
If
guy,
you're handing
the
them
glue
out.
holding the guy's the glue holding the MCU together, and he's just like, hey, come on, let's get a photo.
Man. Yeah, if there was one person I assumed was just going to be like, you know, hey, you know, quick group picture maybe, and then he's on his way,
Yep.
it'd be Kevin.
Kevin,
It'd be
yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah.
You got to protect him at all costs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? I would kill you to protect Kevin.
God forbid if he leaves and it turns into it'll be a sad day. But
we can't go
awesome.
DCEU route. And there's him signing my helmet.
Damn.
Yeah,
he signed it while you were wearing it too. That's amazing.
Yes. And it was just last. At first, I was just gonna do selfies, but I was like, "Screw it! I'll buy a new helmet later."
Swing for the face. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then that was after Ryan Coogler signed my helmet. He had to walk around the loop and then on stage. So I snapped off a quick picture. Later, someone sent me the photo that I have. That's the selfie with him.
Wow.
And there's the top of my helmet signed by him.
You got the director of the Black Panther to sign your Black Panther helmet. Bro.
Honestly, the only thing that would have been more amazing was to have Chadwick there and signing it as well.
Then you just broke my heart all over again.
Yeah.
I was cool, man.
I don't even know if I'd be able to cosplay as Black Panther. I just look at the helmet and be like, I've achieved peak T'Challa.
Yeah.
Now you just move on to Falcon and wait for Anthony Mackie to sign your stuff, and then you're just like peak Falcon.
That's the next goal.
That's the goal. Yeah, there you go, man.
And
Kofi Kingston.
I'm gonna say for all the WWE fans, I was not expecting Kofi and New Day to come through, and so he was there, and they were all like good spirits. They actually stopped the guys who were in front of me, like in the line. They stopped to talk to them, and they started talking to them about Bad Boys and which one was the better movie. So they were wilding out with us, just talking about random stuff like, no, it's about the action sequences. Not the plot was better in one, but two had better action sequences. And like
I agree with that, actually.
And that's what we all said.
I agree with that.
But yeah, he stopped, took pictures. Like I said, everybody was like the exact opposite of what you expect Hollywood, especially when you're not like Hollywood people. Like they were not like, rude or quick to get by. No, stopped, took pictures of everybody. Really cool.
Nice, man. That's nice.
And there you have all three of New Day together.
It's good to see Big E out there, man. that's out
Yeah,
there
yeah.
doing stuff.
I was gonna say you break
Is it?
your neck, but you still make it to the Wakanda Forever premiere.
Oh,
Hey,
I would have been there, bro.
hell yeah.
Next we in here.
I got the
Where's
invite, man. Y'all better put me in this wheelchair.
the ramp? I'm getting in this motherfucker.
I don't care if I'm like Stephen Hawking. You better take me to this premiere, bro.
Oh, and I don't know how many of you out there watch Abbott Elementary.
Come on,
Hey,
buddy.
hey, look,
Come
I just
on,
got hip. Look,
Were you
I just
shocked to
got
see
hip
her
to
show
it.
up?
Yes, very much so. Because I was like, wait, hold on, is that? Oh, hell, because I only started watching it about maybe 2 weeks ago because my fiance hit me to it.
Hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
that's it's normally how it happens, bro.
Yeah,
I was on it.
what you
I was because I know she was in the show on HBO, the Black Lady Sketch Show, and
I know what
she
you
was
was
out
out
there.
I can't think of time.
Yep. No, that's the name of the show, Black Lady
Oh,
Sketch
yep.
Show.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so she left after season 1 because she was writing the pilot for the thing, and then it got picked up. And a lot of people were not giving it a lot of hope. They're like, it's an Office ripoff and all this stuff because it's a mockumentary. Everybody didn't think it would pick up where it did, but bro, that show is blowing up. She won an Emmy. Well, Emmy, right?
Yeah.
For screenwriting.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, she's dope, man. And I would have been just like you, like, Keita, what you doing here? You in the movie too? Like, what you doing?
Right. And that's what I was wondering. And I was like, hold up. I mean, trailers give away too much, but maybe there's some stuff they aren't telling us. But no, like just stars on a red carpet, and once again, just really nice. And I was like, I love your show. And my sister, who's a teacher, she's like, that's my absolute favorite show because that's how I feel when I have cameras to express it. And then,
bro, I just love how everybody is just enjoying the moment. Like nobody is looking at this like it's a job, it's a task. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me come here, make my walk, take a couple pictures, shake some hands, say some nice stuff, and watch the movie. Like this is like a moment, and it's like a celebration at this point because everybody knows
it was.
Chadwick is no longer with us, and this movie is like continuing that storyline. And so everybody's like, this is a celebration. Now was that kind of the atmosphere, a celebration of Chadwick? It
was in a lot of ways because, while I can only see half of the interviews and talk because they had people on the outside talking to stars they were coming in, but everyone's biggest thing was, what this movie meant and carrying on without Chadwick and kind of honoring him and keeping it going, but making it not about, moving past him, but celebrating him as well.
Right.
And there we have Jamila Jamil. You might know her as Titania on She-Hulk, and she's on the show The Good Place.
Yep.
And she is tall.
I was about to say, because I stood next to you, and I think you're a little bit taller than me, and then you're standing next to her, and I'm just like, I didn't know, like, if you were like leaned back over a rope or something to get it. Y'all are standing next to each other?
I mean, I am leaning a little, but she's about, I'm 6'. I think she's about 6'2", 6'3", and then she's wearing heels.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like she's WNBA.
Don't stop talking, man. My wife's in the other room. I'm gonna say some shit I don't need to be saying.
And there's Ryan Coogler with me and my boy Mike. And like that, super humble, just nice. I was like, hey, I love the movies. Can you sign my helmet? He's of course. Then he signs the helmet. I was like, can I also get a picture? He's like, let's do this. And just waves me in. And it's just crazy because, he came in white. He was I could tell there are some homages to Chadwick. Letitia showed up wearing her own version of the jacket that he wore to the original Black Panther premiere.
Oh, wow. Dang. Man, everybody in these comments right now are just super jealous. Like, they're enjoying you. Like, everybody is living through you as you're explaining this stuff.
Shit, I'm living through you.
And that's Michaela Cole, who plays one of the Dora Milaje, Annika, and she's real prominent in this movie. Once again, super nice, also super hot. But she, once again, just walked through cool as day, took pictures. I mean, she took group pictures with everybody that's in front of me, and then stopped and took pictures with us. And I mean, like I said, I cannot say enough about all the people who rolled through, because they did not have to take as much time with us as they did.
Yeah.
Nice, man. She has a real look.
Beautiful.
So, like, was it hard?
Oh,
like, were they
Lord.
expecting to stay?
Lord.
Hey.
What you
There
know
she
about
go.
photobombing Angela Bassett?
Is that you behind her?
That's
Yeah.
me and my boy Mike standing behind her.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me in the helmet.
Now I'm
That's my
officially.
boy Mike.
That's
Now I'm
right
jealous. Now I'm jealous.
Like,
Come
I
on,
almost
man.
asked for a hug.
Boy, you
You
should have.
should have, man.
You should have.
Not now. You didn't
My
want to seem
girl
like a
is-
creep. I get it.
Also, my
I get
girl
it.
was watching that live. That, I mean, she was happy for me to be there, but there's only so much you can get away when you go to a premiere without her.
Listen, babe. I love you, but if Angela Bassett, my Helen Mirren, walks up to me in this movie theater, I'm gonna need you to understand exactly what's going on in my brain. I need this pass tonight.
How was it like trying to experience that and that being like one of the highlights of your life, and then like not being able to have your fiance there? Like, was it like bittersweet? Like you were just like, this isn't but she's not here.
It was, because I felt, because when my boy Mike first invited me, he told me, and I was like, I'm gonna tell her that, like, I didn't know I was going for certain yet. I still had to send him the photos and see if they approved. I was like, maybe I should hold off until, they let me know for sure, because I don't want to say anything and be like, hey, I'm sorry, you can't go with. It's only a +1 because of my costume. But we roll harder than that. So I was like, I might be going. I've been invited. She's like, good, because if you hadn't, there's a charity group, the West Coast Avengers, that they also a lot of times send people. She's like, I was actually going to reach out to them and see about having them invite you out. So I was like, and that's why I'm marrying you.
Yeah, that's a keeper right
She was
there.
trying to get you, man. Look at
That's
Jen.
a keeper, because most dudes would be like,
You a
I
real
don't
one.
want to tell you because it's only a +1 for me. And if you can't go, you're going to send some bad energy in the air, so I can't go. So you found a keeper, bro.
I did. Because she was
married 20 years. She would have been like, if I can't go, I was like,
you damn sure ain't going.
I mean,
get my Tom Brady helmet.
I mean, I think she was almost more excited than I was. And the whole time, so I'm trying, between all these pictures you're seeing, I'm trying to also send photos to her and my mom. And I have a group chat with my mom and my sisters.
Yeah.
So I'm sending them photos and stuff, and they're losing it. Jen's losing it. And she's like, I just saw you on camera as they were panning through. I could hear you laughing. With the camera wasn't even on you, but I know your laugh.
Oh, man.
And also in that photo, so to the left is a cosplayer, Alicia Marie Body, and she's dressed as Storm. And she is a fitness buff and amazing, but also, once again, like with stars, well-known cosplayers, you expect them to kind of be indifferent or not want anything to do with you. Super nice, took photos with us, talked, bullshitted. It was great.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And I bet that made for a great night. I bet it did. Because you could see it. You could see it on camera.
Anything other than amazing.
Yeah. You could see it on camera, but to be there, I bet that was next level.
As you can see, there is security and a whole entourage around Ms. Bassett, because that's Angela Bassett. She is a national treasure. And so we were limited on photos with her. So I did do let me turn around like I'm on vacation and get a backdrop photo. And
you did well.
I would have been mad if you didn't.
Yeah, you did well.
Well, I would have been mad if you didn't. Oh my,
And
gorgeous.
just Queen. I mean, that is the Queen Mother of Wakanda right there.
Yeah.
I think I might have passed out.
I
That's
would.
over.
Look, I almost told her I had a crush on her since Waiting to Exhale.
Ooh. You should have did that. How Stella got her groove back.
Oh, Joe Coy.
Yeah,
How
Joe
he
Coy.
just show
So
up out of nowhere?
randomly, Joe Coy is walking. So this is before the red cart, like just as it's starting. So like they're doing
Yeah.
the interviews and people are kind of trickling in, and I see Joe Coy come in and he's like got his camera phone out and moving around taking photos of everything. And I only see, as you can tell from that photo, he was not the first thing I was looking at. And then this gets snapped, and then he's like, "Hey, you guys mind if I get a video? You guys got to bring some energy." And we're like, "Oh, we got you, Joe Coy." And so Jen tells me, she's like, "So I just went on Joe Coy's Instagram and I saw the video he took with you guys in it." And I'm like, "Oh, this is a crazy night." Like, even
Yeah,
if I don't see the movie, this is one of the best nights ever.
that's awesome.
I agree. Oh,
And
there you
there's
go. Man, look, this
Tenoch.
picture here is dope because this is what like Chadwick was to young black kids coming up.
That
And
is
then,
exactly it. So,
bro, this moment, bro.
Yeah.
so that the little boy there, Logan, is a cosplayer. His parents will buy and put together like super elaborate cosplays to the point that he gets invited to constant Marvel premieres. There is a photo of him with Mark Spector from Moon Knight, Poe Dameron. I can't think of his name.
Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah. Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
So, like, usually when he's dressed up as somebody, because his costume is so elaborate, they usually freak out and end up spending time with him. And that's exactly what happened. So, Tenoch is walking by, and this whole section I'm in is mostly Wakanda, people dressed up as Black Panther, Ramonda, Dora Milaje. And then you have my friend Mike, who's random Namor, and then you have this kid dressed out in the full ceremonial helmet and everything, and Tenoch just loses it. He's like, "Oh my God." And he runs over, he signs the headdress, signs stuff, pulls him onto the carpet, takes photos with him. And it was just, I mean, that kid is going to have the craziest memories. Like, I'm glad
will never forget this night.
I am so glad my daughter is older so that she can't feel left out now.
Yeah. But like that speaks to the impact of Chadwick Boseman and him who's playing Namor. It speaks to the impact that they have on these communities and these kids. So yeah, that's amazing.
And I mean, the section to the far back in that photo is all people dressed as Atlanteans and Namor, and they all started calling out. And for those of you not familiar with the comic book, Namor's battle cry is Imperious Rex. And like as soon as he turned away from Logan, you just hear a whole line of Imperious Rex and howling, and he turns around and loses it again because you just got like 8 guys dressed as him.
That's as big as it is. Yeah, as big as it is for the fans. Like, imagine you don't know the impact. You just played the role, right? You're like, I hope people dig what I'm doing. I hope people appreciate what I'm doing. I hope I played it right. I hope I did it some justice. And then you walk this purple carpet and you see that.
And
then it hits you like, I did that.
I made it.
And I'm here. And that is like, this picture here is dope. I love this picture. You should sell it to like a media company or something.
And that's Logan and his dad.
Full up. I love it. Oh my God.
This is another moment that I have to tell.
Deontay,
Lupita.
I know you.
Oh my God. So
did she have the security and everything rolling with her too, or what?
She had like 2 guards with her, but she was still like super up close and talking to people. So let me just put it this way. film and media do not properly convey how beautiful that woman is.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know.
Like
I know.
It's impossible.
Like I almost started a standing ovation for her right at that moment.
Y'all better clap for Lupita.
Mm.
Jeez, even in Note, when they were trying to make her look busted in Us, I was
Yeah.
just like, y'all can't
Ain't
do
no
it.
way,
Like y'all
boy.
can't.
Ain't
Like
even the dark twin.
You can't.
Even the
You know,
dark twin. Like
I would have gone for the doppelganger. I was like,
Yeah.
Lenny, let's do it.
hell yeah, she.
let me
Hell
make you some
yeah.
gold scissors.
right.
Baby girl,
You
we
didn't
going
deserve
underground
that. She betrayed
forever.
you.
Yeah.
You deserve that, girl. Let me show you the life. Let me show you the life that you needed. You deserve.
Girl, come on out this tunnel. What you doing down here? You
Now,
don't deserve to be down here.
Letitia, she did have her own, like her and Angela had like a whole entourage of security. And the funny thing is, now she did take a lot of pictures and sign stuff, but she also, if you can tell in that picture from distance, little somber. So I'm thinking the night, because this is the very first premiere on their tour for the movie. Like I feel like that was maybe a big deal for her, like because
Happy for
that
her.
jacket she's wearing, that's like a literal pattern of what Chadwick wore to the original premiere.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't push for like a selfie, but I was like, let me try to get a little something here.
Yeah. I can't. I mean, the rest of the cast worked with him as well, but like to portray his little sister, and probably all the conversations and stuff, because I haven't really been following her until she played that role in Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know, then I followed her and started seeing what she was doing. I think that movie kind of put her on the map, and the ability to work with Chadwick and possibly as much fun as they had on that set. She was probably, I can't wait to do this again with you. And then the opportunity doesn't come back through. So that's a good point you brought up, man. Because obviously, I like without you telling me, I would have looked at that and been like, that looks familiar. I wouldn't have known what it was from. I would have been like, that looks kind of familiar.
Mm-hmm.
But that is an awesome paying homage to Chadwick there.
And I mean, like when you see like candid photos from the set of the first movie, there's a lot of photos of them just joking around and stuff. So I mean, who knows how close they were.
Right.
Mm.
Right. And I was trying to tell people in the first movie, like their interactions every time they're going, like that has to be ad-lib. Like there's no way a writer sat there and wrote that shit. That those two
What
are
are
playing back and
those?
forth. Yeah. There's no way. Like they went up to the writers and was like, I think an interaction between a brother and a sister would probably work more like this.
Go something like this, yeah.
And so
That
we
Kamaru
have
Usman?
now, I believe so. I was like, at this point, we're pretty deep into the stars and things coming through to the point where I just lost track and started just clicking photos. My phone was at like 5%, and I'm like, all right, I got to get as much in as possible before my phone dies. I've got like this little pocket charger that it's in a backpack, and I got no pockets on this costume, so I can't hold it close. So I got to charge it real fast, take pictures, put it back on the charger, and at this point, I'm just getting whatever I can.
Yeah, it's Kamaru. His jaw's still intact, so thank God for
that.
Another Dora.
Yep.
Boy, I thought that was Kelly Rowland. Boy.
Please, that helmet would have come off and I would have gotten in trouble for proposing to a second woman.
Right? I just feel like all the risks were on this carpet.
It really was. So what I found out, before we went into the movie, they wait until all of the stars who are on the different parts of the carpet go through, because there's another section that has the costumes up on display like a museum that you can walk through. There's a section because Lexus apparently funded a lot of this film. They had like this wrapped Lexus that was in a Wakanda pattern, and so people were taking pictures there. But they get them all ushered past that before they let us in. And then the people whose costumes weren't they weren't deemed good enough, or they weren't directly like movie related, but were Marvel, they got walked through those sections. And maybe if the stars took time, they got a picture there before they ushered them into the movie. And so that group there, that was all of us that got the chance to be on the Wakanda side of things. A number of them are well-known Instagram cosplayers. Like to the bottom right is Cutie Pie Sensei, and she was rocking her self-designed Shuri Black Panther, and that was once again really nice. They're repping Atlanta, and all of us. So before they even started filming, they're like, "You guys need to bring energy," and we're like, "Oh, we got plenty of that." And so we're talking about the cookout for Wakanda. What's everybody bringing? I was like, "I'll bring the brisket," and we looked over at all the Namors, like raisins in the potato salad. And so then they decided, they're like, okay, so we're gonna have you guys, like, you guys got to show more energy than the Atlanteans over there. So we're going back and forth. So we start yelling Ibambe. We're hooting for the for all the Jabari, and we're yelling and glory to Hanuman, and just going nuts. And they're yelling. We just drown it. It got to the point where, as they're interviewing, they're like, well, as you can hear, they're excited for you in the movie. And we just went nuts. It was, I mean, like, everybody was like, cool. It was crazy.
That's dope.
And that brother there, another
bro.
That's a Geek Insider. He's also a Black Panther cosplayer, but he also is into stunts and martial arts. So we were talking about that, back before COVID weight, and even further back before having a kid. That was my goal, was to be a stunt man. A lot of my friends went on to do that. I had a child and decided, maybe I should get a reasonable job. That's us in helmet before all the signings started. That there is Alicia Marie Body, who kills it a storm. I mean, if you see her on Instagram, she shows up to a lot of premieres and gets asked by Marvel Comics and MCU to dress up. Her and Cutie Pie often get pulled out to. I mean, she was at the Black Adam premiere for one of her costumes. I can't remember which one, but this was my first one, and I'm trying not to act like a small child.
Shit, it's hard, bro.
I'd have been
the tallest storm I've ever met in my life, probably about 6'5" without the heels, but once the heels are on, good 7 feet tall.
Woo!
Lord have mercy.
She's playing center.
Yeah.
A little before the red carpet started. Yeah, there were some detailed Atlanteans there.
That's dope. That is dope.
That's the side the Namors were on. So when they walk up, they would come past us, over to them, then loop around, and each actor would go and talk on stage before going back down and through the area with the museum for the costumes.
All right. Cool. Yeah, we can go through all these, but there are some questions. And I'm asking it like, I'm going to ask you these questions. I'm going to be like, as an interviewer, the guest probably would want to know. But at this point now, I need to know.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
When did you get into what society would call the nerd culture? Like at what age, what point were you just like, you know what, this is me and I'm embracing this stuff, man?
I didn't find out until 5th grade that I apparently had already been a nerd my whole life. But somewhere around 5th grade, I remember a girl telling me, I would invite you to my party, but you're kind of a nerd. I mean, we're friends, but I can't invite you. And I was like, oh crap, I'm a nerd. And then it didn't help that was also the year Family Matters came out, and I just happened to have a flat top, big glasses, and wasn't very stylish.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The Urkel years lasted till about freshman year. Yeah, I was not Stefan. I was definitely not Stefan.
Oh no! Oh man!
So,
But
Yeah.
at what point did you figure out cosplay? Like, when did that come in?
Oh, that's late in life. So, I didn't go to my first con until like my early 20s, and at that time it was just I went to an anime con and I didn't even know about cosplay. Just saw people dressed up. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Some were super elaborate, some were characters I just never heard of, and I was like, well, that's really cool. Went about my business. It really wasn't until maybe about 7 years ago when I moved out here in 2009, and then around 2015, I went to my first Arizona con. It was just like throwing together Halloween pieces and went just to nerd out and seeing like some of the cosplayers that I interacted with and would later go to know really well. They're like, just go for it. It's the good thing about being an adult is you can afford to do this. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? You're right. True. So I started saving up, and the Black Panther was actually my first full, like, good costume. And that was about 2 years of saving up. That helmet alone was probably well, that's my second helmet. My first helmet was about $300. And it was a cast and it was heavy. You couldn't hear me talking. It wasn't super accurate, but I got it right before Civil War released.
Mm.
yeah,
So I had been planning. I bought a suit off eBay and tailored and made things to go with it. And, it just grew from there. After that, it turned out at the time I was like the only person cosplaying Black Panther. So that got me into a lot of places to meet people into photos, got me to start my Instagram. Some of you have met, Comic Hair, who is a cosplay charity group.
Hmm.
And one of the founders, Tony, who cosplays AZ Tony Stark, was like, you have a really good costume. If you ever want to do stuff, link up. And so I did. That afforded me getting an even better helmet and just upgrading the costume. And it just moved from there. And I realized, it's fun to dress up and stuff and nerd out, but it's even cooler if you can do something with that. And that's where the
Right.
charity aspect kicked in.
Right.
So I get Halloween every day,
nice.
and I get go visit children's hospitals, show up on base, things like that for events.
Yeah, we've seen you
Yeah.
post. I've seen you post a lot of like you visiting the children's hospitals, and that's a really good thing, man. Kudos to you for that.
It's amazing. I'd be lying if I said it was all for them. It does feel good to do something nice, but also it's good to have a helmet because you got kids. You see a kid laid up in the hospital, that's triggering.
Yeah.
Like that. You have families that have been there for
Hide
months.
your
As-
emotions a little bit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in
Yeah.
that helmet, like, how are you guys all straight faced and smiling like that? I'm like in the helmet, like, if this was my baby, oh my God.
Oh gosh, man. Like, yeah, that would hurt me too. And like I don't know how good the helmet is with hiding sound, muting sound, but it's like is Black Panther all right?
Is he crying?
Yeah, there
There
were no tears.
Down my neck. Are you sweating in there? Yes. Oh, man. So yeah, so both you and your fiance do the cosplaying. What tips would you give? I don't know, like let's just say, I'm interested in cosplay now because it may end up in a red carpet premiere invite. What tips would you give somebody? Is it more of just find something easy to do, or is it better to just invest in a character that you're really invested in and work on that ground up?
That's a difficult question because I do my stuff a little bit different. Like I have friends who have hundreds of costumes and no place in their closet because and my big thing is it's great to have 50 costumes. I like having one or two that are really good that I really like that I can depend on because one thing you learn in cosplay is everything is for show. Most of the costumes that look really good will fall apart if someone touches them. It
Right.
is held together
Oh
by
wow.
duct tape and force of will. And my Black Panther didn't have that problem in the beginning. Ironed it out. I would say find a character that you really like being, and if it's expensive to do, build up to it. Like I know it's great. Like everyone wants to be cos famous or Instagram famous. I'm not even close to any of that. Like the first time someone recognized me somewhere, I'm like, okay, that's crazy. That's weird. Cause like I just noticed that guy over there and he's got like 50K followers. I've got 2K, and that is probably about 75% spam bots. But find a character that you love and that you're okay investing in. You know, look around for costumes. If you're talented enough that you want to build stuff, I say that's a great thing. I'm just getting to that point, and it's been 7 years now. Like I still can't sew, but I can build foam decently. I built my claws on my last one. I'm doing a more movie accurate on the next one. But find that character. You know, look around for pieces. Talk to people. A lot of people who make parts for costumes, they're really good about finding out what you want to customize because everything doesn't fit the same body. And you have people selling you Party City costumes for like $300. And there are a lot of Chinese marketers on eBay and that have their own cosplay sites that will sell you the most generic costume from a picture of a movie or somewhere else.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's the scary part about it because it's easy to just go to like Amazon and type blah, 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 right? And then you'll get like 18 different things. And you're just like, man, this was only $50 and it's Prime and all that. This will get here immediately. And then abracadabra, you know, you just like, oh, this isn't like the picture at all. You know, they just
not at all.
And it's one of those. And I know people who do foam because I'll go to some anime cons and they go all the fuck out, right? Like the dude from was Bakugo from My Hero with the grenade forearms, just made him out of foam and the lightning. I'm just like, where'd you get your costume from? Like that's dope. No, I made this. I'm just like, I don't have
I don't have the time.
Like, I don't have patience. The time, but like if you are really into it, you will find the time to do it. And this person really was wanting the best costume possible for this con, so they just set aside that time. And at the end of the day, whatever time that person put into it, the amount of compliments he was getting at this con made it worth it to him. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't ask him how long he's been doing it or anything, but when you make your own thing out of foam, like there's YouTube tutorials and all that, but man, there's trial and error in that, bro.
So much. And I'll tell you this, you will find good costumes that will turn out, you'll be like, oh my God, the price on that. And I like to tell people, you have to consider most of the people who are making these are doing them as that's a side hustle. You know,
right.
That foam, the glue, the paints, the materials, that all costs, and none of it is cheap if it's a well done costume. So yeah, someone might go,
right.
Hey, that Iron Man, even though it's made of foam, is going to cost you $1,000 to $2,000 for the whole thing because it took that dude 3 months to make that, and intricate little pieces, every snap and buckle that's hidden that makes your costume look good. That was all somebody's labor outside of what was possibly also a full-time job.
Right. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay for this phone.
The person he was talking about, Black AZ Tony Stark. Look at his IG and look at his because the first time I saw him, it was like I think it was like a Halloween event, fall festival or something at the base. You guys all came through, and Tony comes in with like a gorilla case, like it's a Foot Locker, and he rolls into an office, comes out just fully like look. It's almost like you imagine a Spartan in Halo putting the fucking Mjolnir armor on. You know what I'm saying? He just comes out just. I'm just like, bro, all of that. Like he's like, I just can't carry it in a bag. It has to go in here, and then I can't put it all on because it's hard to get in the car after I put it on. So I put some of it on, and then I need help getting in. I'm just all of this work, man, to just have them costumes and the way these kids, because that trunk or treat, bro, my trunk was the most lit. Like they would come by and they would see the comic care people, and that was the night I was like Nick Fury, and I was not aware that there's fake eye patches that allow you to see through them, so one of your eyes isn't getting super strained. I'm sitting there my left eye was so hurt. I'm trying to put candy in people's fat buckets, but my depth perception's all messed up. So I'm like, drop like there. Are you okay? I'm all right. I just need to switch the iPad real quick. So then I'd switch it to the other eye, and then this one's like sensory overload, and it's just like this was a bad choice. Oh man.
Oh man.
But
One last question, man. One last question. So we were talking earlier about the amount of crying that we were expecting. You've seen the movie.
No
how
spoilers.
much how much tissue do I need to bring to this movie?
You're gonna need it for
Do I bring a
You're
cloth?
gonna need it. You might as well bring the whole Kleenex box and
That's
a
what I'm
baggie
talking
to
about.
throw it in because I feel like every 20 to 30 minutes from beginning to end, there will be something. Like this movie got deep. Without giving anything away, I mean, like the trailers don't even do the film justice. Like there's just so much going
And I
on.
cried during the trailer. What the? Oh man, yeah. Let me go ahead, stock up.
And I mean, and this won't spoil anything, but you know how when Chadwick passed on Disney Plus, if you watch Black Panther, there's kind of like an opening tribute to him.
Yeah.
They bumped it tenfold for Wakanda Forever.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I thought I was good. Like I was like, all right, I held it. I made it through the whole movie. Just watch out for your credits too.
Man.
See, I wasn't like I was telling like the I knew I was going like this movie was going to bring me to like emotions out of me. Because after finding out he passed, I went and watched, Endgame and him coming out of the portal. Like I'm just like, my dog, man, he ain't here no more, man. It's different, man. And that was just that scene, and then they're doing this whole thing, and then the trailer amps it up like, they're celebrating this man's life and everything, and I'm just like, oh God. And then they had the music playing, just no woman, no cry. Then you see her up there talking to the council, saying, I have lost my family. Have I not given? I'm just like, God, come on, man.
Oh.
Come on,
And
man.
Angela
This is the trailer, B.
This is like I felt like even though she I mean, it wasn't like she was a minor role in the first movie, but the amount of her character that they show, like whether if you're familiar with the comic books, but the amount of her character they show in this movie, it's like, no, that is definitely T'Challa's mom. Like that is a queen right there. Like at the end of the movie, I want to go find her. So
lost my baby. I lost my baby.
In the theater, I go in and I'm expecting like we're separated from stuff. They our passes have where your seats are. So I walk in and this theater looks like an opera. So it has all the rows and then it has the balcony areas. I'm expecting the stars are in the balcony. I sit down and I look over to my right, and coming in through the other side is Angela Bassett going to her seat, which are still down on our main level, but further up and in the back in another section. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Well, then I turn around to see who's there. 5 rows behind me is Rihanna. Riri
Shots
is
gotta
5
be shot,
rows behind me.
Bro.
Be taken. Shoot the shots.
Hey, listen right now. I wanna give you all the flowers.
I heard you and ASAP
right now.
I heard you and ASAP broke up. You cool?
I need to give you all the flowers because you are still an engaged man. You are faithful, my guy. Because Black Mac walking into this fucking theater is as good as divorced. With Rihanna sitting 5 rows away from me. I'm gone. I am gone.
They would have had to kick me out the theater, bro.
I mean, I was trying to be cool,
Riri.
but I was like,
Hey,
Lift me up.
don't judge me. You still looking for a rude boy, Rihanna?
Shit, let me pond the river real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me pond the replay.
All I know is
Oh,
I was not trying to be Robin Givens from was it the Chris Rock movie where he runs for president? Security.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like was not gonna be that dude. But also, so Michael B. Jordan was there at the theater too. And so I found out as I'm seeing people in the crowd, there were a number of stars who didn't actually walk the carpet, various reasons, don't know. Like
Yeah.
in fact, Deontay brought up, he's like, so where's Winston? I was like, he didn't roll through. Like he did the press, he took some photos with the cast, and he went in. I was like, I mean, who knows? This could be like an emotional, because at that
Bro,
point,
I would have had like, you got to do the monologue. You got to do
none
the
of them
monologue, bro.
I mean, none of them have seen the movie at this point yet. So I can only imagine what they're
So they're
feeling
The level
going into
of
that.
the level of nerves and everything, emotion.
You know, and normally,
or maybe
I make jokes. Go ahead. I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
man. No, I was gonna say maybe he was just, like T'Challa, or Chadwick was his boy too, and it's I don't know if I can go out there and give this energy. I don't want to be fake with the energy on the carpet, and my heart is heavy, So maybe that's why he kind of, I don't want to say snuck into the theater, but just did it privately.
I mean, I've got to respect, because so when the movie started, like normally I make fun of people for clapping during a movie because I'm like, that's like people who clap when the airplane lands. Sit down, just sit down. But in the movie, I know all these people are behind us. So like whenever one of the characters shows up, everyone starts clapping, and I'm like, that's right, I'm in this movie theater with Angela Bassett right now.
let me act like I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, let me go condone her on the loss of her son.
Come here, baby. You need a hug. Come here.
You and Rihanna and Lupita.
Yeah, you too, Lupita. That was your boyfriend. Come here, girl.
Where's the door? Where's the door? All y'all come over here too, girl. All
Rihanna, you too. Just bring it in. Bring everybody. Bring it in.
Can't leave you out. Man, dude, I really appreciate you taking time and sharing that experience with us. This was something that we either you were going to come on here or Saturday Night Nerds and talk about this, but it looks like we got you first pre-release. I'm thinking that they probably want to get you on the show post-release so you guys can talk spoilers and stuff.
I'm definitely down for that.
So they should be reaching out to you and making that happen. But if you got a little bit more time, I would like to get your opinion on a one's gotta go that we came up with this week.
You know what it is.
Comments on it. It was days ago.
Hurt my soul to take part in.
Did it?
Especially
for you who are listening. For you who are listening, in our Facebook group, the link is in the description. Management put up a one's gotta go. So what we do with these, we give 4 options, and one has to go. Whichever one you get rid of, everything that it has done is eliminated from history. So this week we're doing what genre of hip hop has to go away. So we have the East Coast, South, Midwest, and the West Coast. Now, the group, 69% of the group is saying the Midwest should go. Now, Nick, I know you're a Midwest guy. How does that make
Chicago.
you feel, man?
Look, I almost had to resign from the group. I'm like, look, I'm from Chicago, and let me just name off a list of artists that, like, y'all are crazy. But to be fair, this is also a really hard topic because I love hip hop. East Coast, that's what kicked it off. I've lived in the West Coast, and even they're like South. I mean, you think Outkast, Luda, and I was like, ooh, that's tough. But when I go through my music collection, the least represented in there, the South.
Mm. I hear you.
Not mad at you.
I hear you. I'm not mad at that, man.
Like, plus,
Because
I
it's
look at
just
it this way.
a lot of these votes are just based off of preferences, right? And
Yeah.
like you said, you're looking at your collection of music. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then, like, even thinking from technical aspect, I was like, all right, look, if we get rid of the Midwest, and while we have of the black delegation given up Ye, he is responsible for beats East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, everywhere. And certain rappers would not have albums if he wasn't part of that.
No.
So if we get rid of the Midwest, that's out
I'm
too.
gonna be upfront. Y'all know I'm not a fan of what Ye is doing lately and stuff. Everything that's happening to him, he deserved every piece of it. But I will not be in a world where I can't have college dropout, late registration, graduation, and my beautiful dark twisted fantasy. And beats of the blueprint. And bro, he's too big to hip hop. I can't get rid of him. So
Ye kind of saves two
Ye,
coasts.
Ye,
For real.
Ye is what saved the Midwest. Just to be honest with you.
Like, I get it. Midwest, I mean, like, sound wise, it's not like the most authentic. Like, I love stuff like Lupe and Common. Like, I like Miller. Like, my biggest hip hop thing is have someone telling a story and doing stuff. And those are Black Milk, Royce the 5'9", stuff like that. And then East Coast, there's still a lot of that East Coast wise. Like, I like battle rap, and I gotta say, not a ton of that for me in the
Midwest
South.
movement.
Like I will say, Run the Jewels,
Slum
like
Village.
Big Mike. That's my boy out of the South. Like it would hurt my
Right.
soul to lose Run the Jewels.
But you just voted him off, right?
I know, but I had to. Like it's triage. I mean, it hurts my soul, but I did it.
I hear you. What about you, Black? Where's your vote at?
My vote? Like who I'm getting rid of?
Yes.
I can't just let that information go right now.
Then walk us through your decision process. Walk us through your decision.
If I'm saving anybody right now, and it's because I grew up on this music and I'm from the South, so I'm saving the South because, like you, Nick, you're from Chicago. Like you grew up around a lot of this stuff. Like I do have love for a lot of Midwest music too, but I grew up around the Outkast, UGK, 8-Ball, MJG, Scarface. There's so many Goody Mobs.
Goody Mob.
You know, I grew up around. There's a lot of dope lyricists in the South. What's represented out there, like the trap musics, yeah, it's club music, but I mean, there's a lot of good music out there in the South too. So I got to save the South because, like Mac and Ye, I can't live in a world where Aquemini doesn't exist.
Talk about it.
I feel like I said, my removing the South is not to say there isn't a lot of great and influential pieces that came out of the South. Never get me wrong. Like I didn't like this topic as a whole because like I don't want to get rid of none of it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So we already know I'm keeping Midwest. East Coast, I got to go East Coast. Jay-Z is my dude, favorite rapper. Like without Jay, I probably wouldn't have gotten into hip hop as much as I did. Like even though I caught on with like was 96, he dropped Reasonable Doubt. That caused me to go back and look at other artists and stuff. Biggie is a big topic coming out of there. Do I feel he's a bit overrated? Yeah. I mean, he's still a great lyricist for what he was at the time, storyteller and stuff. Nas is out there. Tribe Called Quest. You got Busta Rhymes coming out of there. The whole bad boy movement at front. Yeah, Mace. You know, you got Dipset. De La, bro, come on. You know what I'm saying? LL Cool J back in the day, Beastie Boys.
Mhm.
Like I don't think hip hop spreads as much as it does without the East if the East never started. So you know, the East is the second one that I'm saving off rip. What's your second one, Black?
My second one, I'm gonna save the Midwest. I'm gonna save the Midwest. And it's
It's
because
like he in here.
yeah, no. But besides Ye, which you have the one of the greatest runs in 3-run albums in hip hop history with College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation. Like that's probably the greatest 3-album run in hip hop history. Like you could put that up there with a whole bunch of people. It probably is. It's up there. If not top 3, top 5 easy. But it's up there. Plus, just for my musical taste, like when you have those early Busta Rhymes albums, the Tribe albums, like a lot of that sound was from Dilla. And Dilla's like, in my brain, Dilla is the greatest producer that ever walked the earth, bro. Like Dilla is nasty with it. So like without that sound, you don't get a lot of these albums. Plus, hello, we on that feeling. My homies from the Midwest, I gotta save them. You know what I mean? I got 2 homies from the Midwest that do dope ass music. So yeah, 3. My bad, 3.
Yeah.
So
you got Wiz, Mark, and Clint out of Dayton.
And Clint, yep. So I gotta save him, bro.
All right. So here we come. My third pick, which means the one I don't say is off the map. Let me throw this disclaimer out again. Just because I did not pick this one to stay does not mean that I hate it. Okay. We got the South and the West Coast left. To me, the only thing that was really making it hard for me to get rid of the West Coast is my man Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has not missed on any of his albums. To me, right? To me, I feel like he's batting 1,000 coming out the gates. You got Nipsey over there, who was doing his thing as well before he was taken from us. You got Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, the whole Death Row movement over there. Started the whole East Coast, like when hip hop was getting to a point where people were just like, bro, it's just gangs doing music. Nobody's doing music. It's just gangs that just happen to rap.
NWA.
Oh man. Ice Cube. Oh my God. Bro, it's a lot. And even to this day, like the West is still continually putting out artists that not a lot of people know about, but are on the up and up. You got your ear to hip hop. With that being said, Outkast, my guy, you want me to get rid of Speaker Box, Love Below? Are you mad? Scarface, Ghetto Boys? Are you mad? Let me tell you about Middle School Dance. Uncle Luke playing, and teachers not knowing what is going on. Cat Pete coming, Cat Pete coming, Cat Pete coming. And all the kids was like, "Oh, it's about to get freaky in here, bro." What's the nuts? Let's go. Teachers didn't know what was going on. Uncle Luke, Dirty Bass, what was it 69? Bro, tag team, whoop, there it is. And then even up to now, like Little John, that movement, when he was everywhere, right? Young Bloods, you don't give it that. Like, bro, that was early enlistment in the Air Force for me. When that shit kicked off, and that played such a big part in my early 20s coming up. Like I can't get rid of that at all. Timberland, Missy, you know what I'm saying? Like, You don't get rid of that. Pharrell and them. And then you go back to the West Coast. What about Dre? You know, what about DJ Quick? What about, and I'm just like, oh my God, what about Battle Cat? Like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough, but seeing how like the West just got back into my good graces with Good Kid, Mad City. Well, actually, Section 80 and some of his mixtapes and stuff, but the South was there for me from the start, man, since the 90s. So I got to keep the South and the West Coast, unfortunately, gets my votes. Be gone.
I mean, the
Sad as
positive
that
was when it pulled a little bit off of the Midwest.
It only went to 66 instead of 69. Hey,
Don't worry, I gotta cast my vote too. So let's go down some more.
go ahead.
So we got in between the East Coast and the West Coast, and I like this dynamic because I'm from the South. So during that whole East Coast West Coast thing, like the South was just hanging out and listening to music. You know what I mean? So I got to know artists like an MC8 or E40.
Yeah.
I got to listen to a lot of this music. The West Side Connection, the Easy E's. I got the DOCs. I got to listen to a whole bunch of this music, man.
Yep.
And I did end up loving a lot of West Coast music. Like Summertime in the LBC is like still one of my number one jams. Like it's like a go-to when it's a go-to when I'm in the summer, like barbecuing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something about it. Regulator. Like I was in San Antonio when I first heard this song, and I'm like, this is the coldest shit I think I've ever heard. Like it made me listen to the Above the Rim soundtrack because it was on the Above the Rim soundtrack, and that's one of the hardest soundtracks ever, bro. Like they need to get back to that shit. Like how they doing with Black Panther. Like give me a dope soundtrack album, man. They don't make them like they used to. Like even the Waiting to Exhale was a like for breakups. Yeah, it was a whole album, bro. Like a whole album full of the soundtrack. Fucked up
like, man, this is
They need to get back to that. Like I grew up listening to a whole bunch of that. But at the same time, there was an album dropped that completely flipped me on my head. The name of that album, believe it or not, is Reasonable Doubt. Bro, when that album dropped,
it's the rock.
When that album dropped in 1996, young me didn't know, bro, I was a mob boss in 1996. Like, oh man, because you can't knock the hustle, baby. You can't knock the hustle. For that reason, and for everything else that I ended up attracted to after that, like I have to go East Coast. Like East Coast gets my vote.
How hard was it for you to make that choice, Black?
Extremely. And like with you, like it's the disclaimer. You know what I mean? Like just because I dropped the West Coast, like, and I love West Coast music. And like you said, there's a whole bunch of artists that you end up hearing about. Like I was on the D Smoke before he even got famous because I was living in Cali.
Yep.
Like, and that he was just hot. Him, Mozzie was hot. I fucked with Mozzie heavy. YG before he got hot, because him and Nipsey was just doing a whole bunch of songs, right? So like before he even got hot, like I was into a lot of that music, and it's just simply because I was there and I was into it. And it actually, West Coast actually had a very profound effect on the way I write music too. because I was living there and like just being around the culture, like I was able to adapt that to my style of writing. And I can't say that that's happened to me anywhere else, because that music, man, the way they make the music is just a vibe, right? It's just the whole vibe, and I love that, which made this an extremely hard choice, because on one coast I have like a thing that really ultimately shaped the way I write music, and then B, like these are some of my favorite artists over here. You know what I mean? Like that's a hard decision. Like it was a really hard decision, but I got to go with the East Coast, man.
My thing is, I don't think people thought Midwest through. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, because a lot of people are just like, who all came from there? Nelly? Like, come on, guys. Like, I don't think they understand.
That was the first place they went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
it was just the easier choice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Royce the 5'9". You know, like, come on, come on, Twister.
Like
Nobody
off the
was
top,
out here.
it's
Y'all can't tell me y'all didn't know Twister was from the Midwest, man. Bone Thugs, Crossroads, first of the month.
Yeah.
What
Like,
are y'all talking about in this group, man?
When management
Y'all just went straight to lunatics, huh?
Yeah. When management dropped this poll, I wanted to vote because I was like, I'm gonna say Midwest, but I was like, don't press this button. Sit, think about it, because you know the show's coming. You can talk about it. So I had to really sit and marinate on that, man. Like really sit and marinate on it.
Bro, I think it's more of kind of what Nick said. Like growing up, like if you just grew up in a certain region and all you had was that, then I mean you kind of just gravitate towards that. Like you'll hear the popular songs. They probably knew Twista and stuff, but they probably weren't really into it. Like some cats, they'd be like, bro, Tech Nine is that dude. Like I've met several people who stand by Tech Nine and everything.
Chief Keef.
And I'm just like, bro, like,
yeah,
Chief, come on, bro. What
yeah.
are we doing? What are we doing, people? I don't think people understood the regions. Maybe we should have drew a map. Here, this is east, this is south, this is because people are like,
that's
Texas
true though.
South. Like, Texas is south. You know, people are like, is MJG? I'm like, Tennessee is south to me. Like, I don't know who was considering Tennessee to be Midwest, but
I mean,
that's just me.
I mean, I hated throwing South under, but I mean, like Cash Money. I remember that whole movement while I was in high school.
Oh,
honestly,
man, back
bro,
that ass up. Oh, that's another one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you a story.
You're just like, turn that off now.
I'm gonna tell you a story. Like Twista, a lot of the Twista songs, like because in the South they had Screw. Like I would listen to a whole bunch of Twista songs chopped and screwed. Because I can understand what he's saying better. I can understand it. And like the hardest this is how I got into like DMX too, because a lot of his songs were chopped and screwed. But I just thought they hit way harder chopped and screwed. And like I just ended up liking DMX. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's hard.
Like if I already heard the original version of the song, my brain is like, I want to rap along with it to the original.
It's weird,
version.
bro.
And then,
it's weird, but it's great.
And it just be like, true. Like, bro, just play the song.
No. So back then, like
play the song.
yeah. Like back then, like they had them on tapes, right? So, I remember my ex-brother-in-law, like he's from VA. So when he came down to visit us for the first time, like I was playing Screw, and he was like, yo, man, something's wrong with your tape. I'm like, nah, it's cool. It's just screwed. He was like, what the fuck is that?
He's like, yeah, your tape is definitely
screwed. Your tape's fucked up, bro. Like, nah, no, it ain't.
Get that thing out of there. Nah, let it ride. It's cool.
Nah, it's cool.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming on, sharing this experience with us. And bro, like again, I just seeing you live that dream, man, made me feel happy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool that good things are happening to good people, man. So
I appreciate
keep it up. Hopefully you'll be our inside dude for all the upcoming Marvel films, and we can continue this relation. If this podcast helps get you out there and whatnot, more power to us, and I hope it does. But for those
keep us in
listening,
mind when you hit these Comic-Cons, man. Like, keep
Well,
us in mind.
if you want to
Just-
give people your social handles and everything, so they know where to find you at.
Yeah, on Instagram, I'm Converse_Ninja. Facebook, I'm still redoing my Facebook page after they gave me a community ban with no explanation. So I guess that means I made it on Facebook. I don't know.
Oh, you definitely made it.
I'm Converse_Ninja on Twitch. I'm about to get back to streaming on there. Max been on a couple of my misadventures trying to play video games and realizing I'm in my 40s. And hopefully in February, I'll be on the red carpet for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, because I'm trying to put together a Kang. Because you know I got to represent for.
Bro, what do you need to make this happen?
Hey, how much you need?
What do you need to make this happen?
Because I'm waiting for them to do a good image of it. Because because I already know I got it together for Captain America: New World Order when that drops. Because y'all are the ones who helped me put that costume together. So I'm looking forward to showing that off. I got to get my my SmokePit sign out for that red carpet.
I would appreciate it, bro. That's you don't have to, but that'd be dope.
You better when that movie comes out. You better. That costume is.
I got you
in person. I've seen it in person, bro. It is dope. Did you get the wing attachments yet?
So
because I know that was the one thing you were waiting on.
It was hard because for some reason, like they had all of his Falcon stuff from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They had the jetpack, the wings, but nobody was doing anything for Captain America or for his actual Captain America. And just like maybe 2 months ago, I found a 3D print file. So I'm in the middle of doing that. I'm probably going to build the wings, but that's going to be like mostly at cons or at events if there's a photo op, because the wings I found that I'm going to build are foam, so they won't be too heavy, but those things are going to be like 6 feet out.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, that's cool, man. But yeah, the shield is also dope. He let me hold it.
Yeah,
that costume is legit, man. It's legit. You see it on the wall back there.
Yeah.
Like I say, I have to represent next to my Wakandan shield.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Look at the Steve Rogers shield. When he was out there giving people hands.
Hell yeah. Giving Thanos the business.
That is one of the best scenes in movies when him and T'Challa book it out there on the front line. And I'm just like, how do you not fuck with these cats, man? How do you not say these dudes ain't about that business, man?
We about that action.
T'Challa's like, I'm protecting my country. I'm first to fight. Steve Rogers is like, I'm a good dude. I watch my boys back. I'm out here with them throwing hands. You know, like I don't know how disheartening it is. Like if you running with them at first and then they just kick it to another gear, you're like, I guess I'll just wait here.
Yeah, y'all go find. I'll catch up.
Get the up.
Yeah,
I catch the straggler.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Wakanda forever, and you all hyped like, yeah. That's stuck out here. Shit.
How you running like that?
Like, can I get some of that herb?
But yeah, man. Where the flowers at? Oh man. But thanks, bro. Again, greatly appreciate it. I'm you got me wanting to dabble into the cosplay, man. Now that I see the doors that opens.
Yeah.
Do it.
Like I've been sitting here this whole time trying to figure out how I can pull off M'Baku.
We need more representation. And I don't mean just like black folks, but everybody, because one of the things that I deal with a lot, like most of my characters are black, and that just happens to be because there are a lot of black characters I really like. But if you want to be Batman, be Batman. Don't be black Batman, you Batman. You know, if you Superman, you don't have to be Superman from Earth 5. No, you be Clark Kent, and anyone who says anything else can suck it. But we need people to represent, like cosplay. Like there's so many like Black cosplay groups and people. Like we all link up on Instagram. Black Twitter will show out with us. But do it. Like we are at the perfect time to be a nerd. I mean, y'all may not be the same exact age as me, but you grew up in the age where you didn't talk about being a nerd, especially a black nerd. Like the only black nerd was Urkel, and he was unacceptable.
Yep. I'm just now comfortable where I can start pulling my nerdum out because my mind was like, "Don't you ever go there," because people fight. You know,
right? I mean? Like I remember like getting into anime and like people like, "You watching cartoons?" I was like, "No, you need to check this out." And now I got cousins who are older than me, like,
So that's
"Yo, you see that new Jujutsu Kaisen?" I'm like, "You damn straight I did."
And I read the manga. What you talking about? Like I'm already three
my
seasons
level
ahead of you, baby. I'm on it. Yeah. Shout out to Dragon Ball Z for making that shit cool.
We need
that's when brothers really started rocking. Yeah. When we saw Dragon, like, oh, they got hands. All right. They ain't fucking around. This ain't no Sailor Moon shit. What the fuck they doing now?
Like,
the minute he went Super Saiyan, bro, everybody was lit.
Hell yeah. My biggest
regret
is like not telling everybody about Ninja Scroll.
Oh my god.
Bro, when I saw that movie, like I figured out like these cartoons can get really gory, bro.
Right?
Bro, I was less scared of the gore and more of the nudity because I was like, my mom come around this corner and she see these titties.
See a demon sucking a titty, bro. I gotta go to church tomorrow.
And that's the exact time that someone walk in the room like, what weird shit are you watching? No, this ain't the main plot though. This ain't the main plot.
Shirley, this boy in this room watching a demon suck a titty. We gotta come pray right
now. Mom.
They out here speaking in tongues. No, that's Japanese. That's just Japanese.
They ain't even speaking English. I gotta figure out what they saying.
She calling the whole prayer group over. We need an emergency exorcism. Like, oh my god, this movie was almost over. What happened? Oh man,
but
appreciate you coming on, man. Oh, go ahead. You got one more thing?
Of course. I was gonna say, Black Mac, you mentioned M'Baku. I will try and find you the stuff so you can put it together because you know what? Things like Dragon Con, that's when we really show out. Like I saw a whole group of Jabari showed up and they were like legit. Like everybody was big. I mean, like they had it looked like it was wood, but it was all foam armor, but they represented.
Okay. Yeah, send me that, bro.
Oh, you gotta
like I'll yeah. Oh yeah, I'll pull it off. I could do like the voices. Everything else is just I need help.
I need the outfit.
But I appreciate y'all having me out.
No, man, it's been a pleasure having you.
Anytime, man. Anytime. All right, man. Take care. Tell Jen we say what's up. Appreciate you letting us borrow your man for a bit and live through him. Hopefully we get you guys both back out here. But bring you guys both back on after a con or something like that, man. Because I know she'll be out there doing her cosplay.
We'll be out. Yep.
Cool, man. All right. Have a good one, my guy. Thanks a lot.
You too. Take care.
Peace, man.
Peace. Man,
that was dope.
That was
dope.
It was. We have had some dope people on the show. He is up there. He is up there.
Really
just
up there,
so I can fanboy geek through his experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Bro sat 5 rows in front of Rihanna. Like, let me tell you something, bro. Like,
and then 2 rows behind Angela Bassett, and then was that close to Lupita. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just, bro, what you doing out here? What you doing out here? My phone
would have been out of my pocket, snapping pictures with the captions, "Forgive me."
My battery's gonna die.
forgive
I've been
me.
trying to call you. My phone's at 5%.
Yeah.
the movie finna start. I can't.
Hey, where's your mother? Where's your mother? Hey, I ain't never coming home no more. Yeah.
I got a quick question for you. You want to live with me or her? What you talking about? Answer the question real quick.
You better answer.
Decision about to be made. If I get no answer, I'm assuming her. Dad, what a click. Took too long.
Pack your shit. You better pack your shit.
Oh man, bro. All right. Final shots, bro. What you got for him?
Man, just make sure y'all go follow him. I put his IG out there. Converse _Ninja. Really dope brother, man. Like, and he talked about his comic care. Make sure y'all go follow him and show him some love. Because he is really out here doing some great things. So make sure y'all show this brother some love. If you're watching, listening, Converse _Ninja on IG. Make sure y'all go follow him. Also, make sure you guys are following the Patreon. Oh, so go ahead. My bad.
Mm-hmm. No, I was going to say we'll edit the description to throw the social handles in for them and the Comic Care website. So if they want to check into that. Okay,
cool. But the Patreon for the that VIP, you guys now have the loyalty program. So as long as you are active subscribers to that VIP, you guys are going to get a bunch of free stuff, I think, every quarter. So we've added that for you guys. I know we talked about all the behind the scenes stuff earlier. We got a bunch of stuff coming that's just for patrons. So make sure you guys are checking us out on the Patreon. And I've seen the link get posted to the new location of the podcast. It's still on Apple, Google, Spotify. So make sure you guys check us out, follow us, like it, get notified, share, all that great stuff.
Bro,
so
if y'all are new to the Smoke Pit, I want you guys to listen to the first 10 episodes. They're just the first couple. And listen to that. And then come back here and be like, are those the same two dudes?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It is. It be us. But like I go back and listen to it, even though I'm on the show. We did the show. Like, it's still a fun time to sit and listen to the banter and shit going back and forth.
Yeah.
I've actually started
motherfuckers, bro. Like
time clip, right? I'm doing time clip, and then I'm gonna just do compile segments. So like the off chance. Oh, heads up, ladies and gentlemen, there's not gonna be a Smoke Pit on Friday. Because I'm gonna be in the theater.
Yeah.
No. The 11th, expect probably a compilation of of segments. Because y'all know what it is. You know, y'all heard my man Nick.
I was supposed to be there on Friday. Yes. I was supposed to be there in the movie theaters on Friday. My brother's getting married next Friday. Shout out to Michael Catley. Him and Annalisa. They're both Pitmasters. So shout out to you guys. Yeah. Can't wait to come hang out with you. But they're getting married on next Friday. So that's why I'm going Thursday. Thank God.
No problem.
Because,
no problem. Because I'm gonna be tuning in to Saturday Night Nerds when they get into these spoilers about this movie. Because if it is what I think it is, and what Nick kind of let us know, like the emotions will be there. Shit. I'm gonna have to talk immediately about it.
Yeah.
Immediately. So Deontay, I see you still in here. Hey, we may be in that backstage of the studio, bro. We may be back there trying to knock on the door to get in on this thing, man. Because I'm gonna have some stuff to get off my chest. If it is what I'm thinking it is, we gonna need a therapy session.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, that's all we got, man. Make sure to check us out wherever you stream podcasts at. And again, you know, if you like it, go ahead and rate us on the podcast platform, whatever you're listening on. And yeah, that's all I got for him.
That's all I got, man.
Cool. So episode 90 of the Smoke Pit is complete. Y'all take care. See y'all 2 weeks from now, I believe. Yep. 2 weeks from now. Oh, actually Monday, because we'll have a
Prove me wrong.
But Smoke Pit, not next Friday, but the Friday after. As always, I'm the homie Mac, aka your boy.
And I am bred like a king. Made this Kelvin Cayley. Thank y'all for coming out to a very great episode 90 of the Smoke Pit. Come back in 2 weeks because we're gonna be crying next week. But until then, have love, make sex, peace.
Peace.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit. It's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Makk, welcome to the Smoke Pit.